Welcome to AI ConvoCast, where we bring you the latest in AI and tech innovation. Quick housekeeping. Check out the affiliate links in our description. Using them supports the show, and please don't forget to rate, review, and share if you like what you hear. Let's jump right in.
Today we will be looking at 3 stories all centered on Microsoft, covering a major new engineering leadership role created in response to the rise of AI-written code, the company's aggressive influencer spending to boost Copilot adoption, and a striking stat showing just how few Microsoft 365 users are actually paying for Copilot despite billions in AI investment. Starting off, Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella recently announced the creation of a brand new role within the company focused entirely on engineering quality. To fill it, he tapped Charlie Bell, who previously served as Microsoft's security chief, overseeing roughly 10,000 employees. Bell is moving into what is essentially an individual contributor position, reporting directly to Nadella with a singular mission, making sure the code Microsoft ships is durable, reliable, and up to standard. Nadella put it simply in an internal memo, saying, "I've asked Charlie Bell to take on a new role focused on engineering quality." Now, the context behind this move is really important. Back in April of 2025, Nadella publicly stated that somewhere between 20 and 30% of Microsoft's code is now written by AI. Microsoft CTO Kevin Scott has even predicted that figure could reach 95% by 2030. That is an enormous amount of machine-generated code flowing into one of the world's largest software ecosystems. And while that kind of speed and scale sounds impressive, independent research has started to show that AI-generated code tends to come with higher rewrite and delete rates, something engineers call code churn. Bugs can also be harder to detect because AI-written code can look clean on the surface while introducing subtle issues underneath. This has apparently become a real internal concern, especially after a string of Windows 11 reliability problems that frustrated users and drew public criticism. The creation of this role signals that Microsoft recognizes speed alone is not enough. As one tech outlet summarized it, speed doesn't automatically mean quality. Meanwhile, Bell's old security seat is being filled by Hayate Galat, who previously served as Google Cloud's President of Customer Experience, and is now returning to Microsoft as Executive Vice President of Security. So there is a lot of leadership shuffling happening, all aimed at making sure that as AI takes on a bigger share of the engineering workload, the output meets the bar users expect from Microsoft products. Shifting over to the marketing side, reports confirm that Microsoft is spending big to get Copilot in front of everyday consumers. We are talking influencer contracts in the range of $400,000 to $600,000 per deal. These are not one-off sponsored posts either. They are multi-month campaigns where creators on TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram embed Copilot into their daily workflows, essentially showing their audiences how they use the tool in real life. Microsoft even recruited TikTok star Alix Earle as part of this broader push, according to Bloomberg reporting. The strategy follows Microsoft's Super Bowl Copilot ad and reflects a clear effort to normalize using Copilot as a daily habit, the same language Nadella has used publicly. But the reason Microsoft feels the need to spend this aggressively is pretty straightforward. In consumer mindshare, Copilot is trailing behind the competition. ChatGPT is reported to have around 800 million weekly active users, and Gemini sits at roughly 650 million monthly users. Microsoft has used similar influencer playbooks before with products like Surface and Teams, but never at these kinds of price points. Interestingly, some creators are actually turning down these deals. Kevin Okemwa at Windows Central reported that, quote, "Some creators are turning down AI sponsorships no matter the price," citing audience backlash and ethical concerns around promoting AI tools. That tension between corporate enthusiasm and public skepticism is something Microsoft clearly has to navigate carefully as it tries to close the gap with its competitors in the consumer space. And that brings us to maybe the most telling number in all of this. Despite everything Microsoft has poured into AI, including over $37 billion in AI-related capital expenditures, mostly going toward data centers and model access, only about 3.3% of Microsoft 365 users are actually paying for Copilot. Microsoft disclosed it has roughly 15 million paid Copilot seats. That sounds like a big number until you realize Microsoft 365 has around 450 million users total. 15 million out of 450 million is a pretty thin slice. Nadella has said that daily active Copilot usage is up nearly 3 times year over year, so people are clearly trying it. But trying it and paying for it are two very different things. Analysts point to a few possible reasons for the gap. Copilot's pricing, its bundling structure, credit caps on usage, and unclear return on investment for businesses may all be contributing to slow conversion rates. Efosa Udinwen at Tech Radar put it bluntly, noting that only 3.3% of Microsoft 365 users are actually paying for Copilot, which stands in contrast to Nadella's claim on the earnings call that Copilot is becoming a true daily habit. This is a challenge that goes beyond just Microsoft. Getting people to use an AI tool casually or experimentally is one thing. Getting them to commit to a paid subscription because they genuinely cannot do their job without it is a much higher bar. Microsoft is clearly betting that once users experience Copilot embedded in their workflow long enough, conversion will follow. But for now, the gap between usage and revenue remains wide, and the company is pulling every lever it can, from leadership restructuring to $500,000 influencer deals to close it.
Thank you for listening to AI Convo Cast. Please don't forget to rate, review, and share if you like what you hear. Thanks and hope to see you again next time.